Oh, excuse me. Aquarius, how's it going? My camera has a mind of its own. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to July 2023. It's going to be a general reading, the zodiac sign of Aquarius. We're going to see what challenges you have coming up for the month of July. Again, this can be for all Aquarius placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if that applies. And of course, not every story is going to be your story. So check out some of your other placements if this one isn't resonating. So you've got self-reliance and emotion, which I really like. Aquarius is like self-reliant, right? How is that a challenge? How's that a challenge to you? Friends. Completion. This looks good so far, I got to be honest, Aquarius. There's only been one other sign that I want to say didn't have an enormous amount of warnings or challenges for the month of July. I've been telling everybody, check out your Saturn retrograde. Check what that means for you. Check what Venus retrograde means for you. Because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of past things here. And like I said, some people, though, have successfully completed lessons and, cycles and things like that, and aren't really facing too much drama or turbulence with past energies coming back around. But some people definitely are. So some people have a real forward motion in spite of the retrograde planet. So, and that's kind of what it looks like for you here, Aquarius. You've got self-reliance, emotion, friends, completion, and respect. I think that, individually and collectively, these cards are a really good energy. Like I said, I think a lot of you have been working really hard on healing, on dealing with past issues, of not repeating past mistakes, completing things. For some of you, you've gained a new level of respect for yourself. For some of you, I want to say that in the past, you've maybe lost some of that to some degree, like being involved with things or energies or people or lovers or situations that were maybe taking from you. And in the month of July, really reaping the rewards of the self-reliance that you've had and the emotion that you've given towards things here. Friends are significant, in some way. We'll see if this is a challenge or if this is a good thing. But like I said, this is pretty good energy so far, Aquarius, for the month of July. So let's clarify self-reliance. Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's a betrayal that you've experienced. It was a harsh ending to something. It was swords stabbed in your back. It was left in, people thought they were going to destroy you here, Aquarius. Somewhere in the past, your self-reliance has come from the fact that you were, for some of you, just attacked so heavily here that people were literally trying to end you, trying to destroy you, trying to put an end to whatever it was that you were doing here. And that's where this strength has come from, where some of you, we're trying to look at future challenges here, but this isn't something you're just acquiring in July. Like, you've been doing this. You've had to realize that you could only rely on yourself. And maybe you haven't, but maybe you are in the month of July. But I feel like for the Aquas watching this isn't a new thing. This isn't a new challenge for you in July. I want to say you've been dealing with this. You've been dealing with having to learn that you're the only person that you can really trust here. Like I said, if not, this is what July is here to challenge you with. And it's not that you can't trust anybody, Aqua, but that you need to rely on yourself first and foremost. Yeah, the world. You're completing a cycle of this. This is really, really cool here. I'm really happy to see this energy for you guys, honestly. You've learned an enormous lesson from this betrayal here. You've learned an enormous lesson from having to realize that you could only trust yourself, or that you needed to rely on yourself first and foremost before anyone else. Like I said, it's not that you can't trust anybody, but you need to trust yourself first. You need to rely on yourself first. And that's what a lot of you have learned from whatever this situation is here with, like I said, people really just wanted you to give up. They did. But you've completed this cycle. You met this challenge head on, and you learned your lessons and you completed it here. That's really, really cool to see. Yeah, the moon. So much was hidden from you, Aqua, that some of you weren't even betrayed in like these open, tangible things here. You know, for some of you, this was hidden pain that you could not share. Some of you, this was hidden emotional, psychological pain that you couldn't share with other people, that you had to rely on yourself, or you're going to have to. I don't know why I keep saying had to, because I so want you guys to be thriving and prosperous in July 2023. This may be something that you're still challenged with this month. But for a lot of you, you're coming out of this, you're completing this cycle. Maybe that's what you're looking forward to in July 2023, is this feeling of being in the dark and only being able to rely on yourself, not being able to share your pain of having to hide things. For a lot of you, having to hide how deeply wounded you were and how much you've had to rely on yourself to overcome this here. So let's look at emotion. Yeah, Magician, Five of Swords, Knight of Swords. Okay, this is going to be specific for some people. A lot of you have, in whatever you've been dealing with, in whatever covert sabotage or covert betrayal that you are dealing with, you have had to like learn a lot about emotional manipulation. You know, you've had to learn a lot about personality disorders, mental health things, you know, the whole narcissism thing, which if you're into that, look beyond that. There's so much more to it than just narcissism, right? You have had to learn about that in order to, because you've been relying on yourself here. You, like I said, you have been or you are, is your challenge. This is your challenge for July. Some of you need to start doing that because you were emotionally manipulated by somebody who wears a mask, whose intentions are to compete with you, to destroy you, to sabotage you. This is somebody who's really, really angry and hostile underneath this mask of capable skill that they might present. There's you guys, like I said, you have had to learn about this, or you're being advised to, or this is the challenge for you in July, or to not get caught up emotionally if this is somebody from the past. But the only thing I can emphasize here is these cards right here, this energy right here is somebody who's wearing a mask, who is a false person, who is underneath their outward exterior appearance of, this is a con person here. This is a con artist. This is a manipulator. This is somebody whose intentions and motivations underneath are to take whatever they want at all costs, to win at all costs, to destroy, to defeat, to compete with you, to take what's yours. This is somebody who lacks any kind of emotion. So it's underneath this emotion card right here. You're dealing with a person who lacks a consciousness, lacks emotion. This is somebody willing to manipulate, to scheme, to take any action necessary to be the winner. And of course, it's feeble attempts here. Of course, this is such a feeble energy, this Five of Swords. Like, this is so, it's so, you know, like, it's so nearsighted. It's so like, oh, what did you actually win here? You know, like that kind of thing here, Aquarius. Sorry, let's move on from that for a second. Let's look at friends here, because I'm really curious to see what direction this is going in now. They keep reading it as this is what you've been going through, this is what you're coming out of, but the intention with all of these readings is to, what is our challenges in July? So just be aware of that. You know what you know. You know if either you've been dealing with this and you're coming out of it, or you know if this is something you still need to be on alert to in the month of July. So you've got, under friends, you've got the Queen of Swords here. So that's really great air energy. Yeah, you have for some of you have had to cut out friends in your life, or you're going to in the month of July here. Your intellect is sharp right now. You're able to see through people's masks, to see what their ulterior motives are here. And you may still have some lingering friends that are here to piggyback off of you, or here to take advantage of you in some way here. Or for some of you, this could be another air sign in your life that is a significant friend to you. You could have a Libra. Some of you have a Libra friend. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles. This person could be younger than you. You could be younger than them. Now, this is a good energy here, Aquarius. This is somebody in your life that you can rely upon. So like I said, maybe some of you are coming out of this situation where you were on your own, where you had to keep things to yourself, where you had to hide what you were going through here, because there was a person, a very covert, manipulative person who was able to keep who they really were hidden. But you have a friend here. Some of you, maybe you have more than one friend. I'm not trying to say you only have one, but some of you do have a friend here that cares a lot about you, that maybe you've been able to talk to, or maybe this is somebody coming in the month of July that you don't know yet, or somebody that you're reconnecting with here. But this is a good friend. This friend's card is indicating somebody who's fair and just, somebody that you're able to share emotionally with, that gets you on an intellectual level here. I'm not seeing it as a love interest, but this could be a love interest for some of you. If you know, you know. Maybe you have a significant other and they are your best friend here. For some of you, like I said, it could be a Libra. Some of you, this is a platonic friend that that cares a lot about you here. Like some of you, they could be younger than you. Some of you, this might even be a child or somebody, you know, with a really young energy that you're able to rely on here. But it's like you're able to share ideas with them. They're able to share ideas with you. They're able to offer emotional support. They're able to keep you balanced. You're able to keep them balanced. You match each other intellectually. Like I don't see anything wrong with that. Perhaps this is a person that's going to help you. Maybe you have someone in your energy that you've kind of overlooked, that is smarter than you thought they were, that is more balanced than you thought they were, that is a more emotionally mature and in tune, that maybe they know more than you thought that they did, and they're a wealth of information when it comes to what you're dealing with here. Some of you dealing with something on your own, in the dark, covert person, having to figure it out on your own, having to keep it secret. Maybe you're overlooking a friend here that you can share things with. Or this person's going to come into your life in the month of July. Let's look at completion. The Chariot. Gorgeous, beautiful, lovely. Page of Cups. Some of you, yeah, you could be dealing, like I said, with younger energies here. Children, Eight of Wands, information. Some of you could be working on a creative endeavor here. Some of you may have, because of what you've gone through here, Aquarius, I see you being able to help a lot of people. Because of what you have learned about this covert situation that you went through, where you were manipulated, where you were taken advantage of, where somebody you dealt with really did a number on you. And in this section here, like I said, either you have a friend, or you did have a friend, or there is one. This could be you as well, that you may still have done all this on your own. Whatever you've learned, however you've grown, whatever cycle you've completed here, the information that you've gathered, you're going to be able to help other people with that. And for some of you, it could be on a platform. For some of you, it could just be in your everyday life, or, you know, in a support group or something like that. But you're going to be able to make a difference in the lives of other people because of what you're able to share with them, because of how you are going to be able to speak with compassion, to convey, messages to people in an emotional, compassionate way because of what you have gone through here. Your determination to complete this cycle in the month of July is going to bring you opportunities for some of you to speak on a large platform, or to, like I said, to be able to share, to make positive changes in other people's lives here. Nine of Wands. Yeah. Some of you had to learn a lot about mental illness. Some of you had to learn a lot about that. And some of you maybe are even going to make some changes in the world of mental health, if that's something that you're interested in here. But it's because you fought the battle here. Like, I'm getting for some of you, there's a lot of experts in a lot of fields. Like, there's a lot of people who've gone to school for things. There's a lot of people who've learned a lot of things here. You've experienced it. So you can speak as a survivor of what you've gone through, and not just somebody who knows something about it. Like, you're a survivor here. Let's clarify this respect card. Ace of Swords. Awesome. You, in the month of July, Aquarius, because you are completing this situation, this cycle, being able to share in the information and the experience that you've had here, you're going to be so solid in your knowledge and in your truth that the self-respect that you may have lost as a result of whoever or however many people you were dealing with that were doing underhanded things, that were really trying to, really take you down. You're going to be so solid in yourself and in your truth that there's nobody that's going to be able to shake your self-respect again. There's nobody that's going to be able to, you've got the devil here. The energy is no match for what you know now. Like, this energy is never going to come in and trick you again, because you have divine truth on your side, because you earned it, because you worked for it. Got the Queen of Wands here again. For some of you, again, I have to say this. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how many readings everybody watches. I don't know. But if you watch more than a couple of my readings, the Queen of Wands comes out in every single spread. And like I said, sometimes she's an amazing, powerful, awesome energy, and you need to take her for how she resonates for you. And sometimes she is a destructive energy. And I feel like that's fire in itself. Sometimes it's a very warm, bright, comforting, life-giving sort of energy. And sometimes it is